Hey gamers, it's grindthisgame here, back with Oxygen Not Included, the all achievement challenge where we're trying to do every achievement in one series, one playthrough. And thank you all for the tips and stuff in the comments. It's helping me fix a lot of little things that I've missed. First thing I want to fix is this door. It's been closed for a couple episodes now, and it's getting overpressurized. The automation is backwards. But we're going to remove the automation because the tank goes all the way up to here anyway. So we don't really need this anymore. So we're going to deconstruct that so that this thing can always run. And we'll remove the automation as well. We don't need that. Yeah, so if the water level gets up to this height, it'll just automatically overpressurize, which is perfect. We'll get that done. I gotta fix my oxygen lines. That's been kind of a thorn in my side. I'm gonna slow things back down here. What do we got here first? Excellent fruit. Oh, this will be good for the rocket. We'll get that. Yeah, so the oxygen lines to the suits. It's kind of a mess. I think what I'm gonna do is steal some oxygen from this line that's going to the other planet, because we don't need a dedicated line. This would support 10 dupes and there's only 5 dupes there. So we're going to send half of it up this way. And we're going to run it to here. And we're going to cut this line right about here. And I think that should kind of balance things out. We don't want to see any of them backing up, that's the main thing. So we might have to tweak it a little bit. In fact, this should probably go over a few more. If we're going to measure this and do it more properly, it's more like, let's see, more like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 suits, maybe 8 suits on one line. This half line will feed 3 suits, maybe 4. Yeah, this line's too long, so let's cut this here. Put that one there. I think that might be better. This is backing up already. There's no suits there right now, so that's the problem. I guess we could maybe have it a bypass, like an overflow, to feed these suits more aggressively. These are all out of oxygen, that's not good. This line's not keeping up. Probably gonna have to think of something a little bit smarter here. Yeah, this is not working. Not at all. Okay, let's send half of this into here. Whoa. Save lag. Okay. Let's see if we do that. Output to output. Let's see if this helps any. Any extra will go this way and help service these ones. Let's make sure this is priority 8. Oh, they were doing it anyway. Yeah, we're definitely not getting enough oxygen to the suits. Okay, now it's looking a little bit better. This isn't flowing at all, though. I guess it's getting blocked by this. Okay, maybe we'll cut this one here. It's kind of trial and error here. This is gonna get really messy really fast. We'll do that. Get rid of that. See if that helps. I'll have to have a think about this one. This is all backed up. So these suits, I guess they preferentially take these suits. Or, I don't really know. I don't really know. This all an 8. Okay, so that's going there, that's going there. Well, hopefully that's good enough for just a little while. We'll come back to that. Okay, what else is on my list? We fixed the water. O2 lines we didn't fix, but whatever. The radiation storage, I forgot to point my reflectors to the right. So we'll do that. These last 4 are going to point to the right. That should be good. We got 2 of them, one and a half full, and the rocket needs some fuel, so let's toggle this. Fill up that tank. It's almost full. And I forgot to turn my heat off in real life, so I'll be right back. One sec. Whenever I record, my computer gets warm and it warms up my little seating area. Okay, so what else is on the list? Rad store, water. We gotta get a rocket to Fladini in order to send a robot there. Fladado's not Fladini. It's Radini and Fladado. Fladado. So this rocket needs a rocket module. I'm gonna take the storage module off it because we're kind of at max height here. Deconstruct that. We are going to need another rocket here. For sure. Can they reach this? Maybe not, maybe. Oh yeah. Perfect. We should probably have one dedicated drilling rocket and one rocket just for sending robots around and stuff, and dupes. But let's put a rover module on there. Priority 9. And I think I forgot to click the button. Try that again. Rover module, build. And that maxes out the height of the rocket yet again, but that's okay. So we're going to drop a robot on Fladini so we can start digging down through the water. We've got quite a bit of food here. Quite a bit. And let's fill up the rocket the last little bit here. We got a few more rad bolts. We'll wait until the dupes are out of the way. Otherwise they might get fried. Okay, that's on there, and then we want to fill it up with a robot. And we should be safe to launch this. Apparently this rocket doesn't make any power. Some of the other rockets, like the petroleum, actually generate power when it's blasting away. But when it's, this one doesn't, for some reason. I guess one of the downsides. The height, the smaller height is definitely a downside, but the range is really good. And kind of fueling these things is kind of easy as well. Okay, here we go. Let's... Should we fuel? Let's fuel. Get out of the way. That's probably full enough to where we're going. And we got the robot on board. Yep, let's get a dupe in here. How much food do we have? Not much food, actually. We need more food. fruit, nutrient bar. What else can we stick in here? Oh, they're delivering more. Yeah, we need some more though. What kind of food do we have on the main planet? We got lots of food. Swampy Delights. Hexcellent. Let's put the Hexcellent in here. Unless I already have. Excellent fruit. Yeah, we'll put that on there because it doesn't rot. It's a fairly long journey, so we'll want a decent amount of food in here. I just stole some food out of there. I think. Let's make sure this is grounded. We don't want them eating out of here. They're stealing all the good food. Let's make sure this rocket is grounded as well. Grounded. We don't want them coming in here to use the toilet. And the CO2 line is not working again. Probably messed that up. Yes, this should go Obsidian priority 9 output there. Okay, one more little filling of the tank. Turn that off. I'm gonna try to get the reactor going this time as well. I know I kept saying that the last few episodes, but this time maybe we'll actually do it. I'm gonna need to do some setup for that as well. Now, what we're gonna do here is move this wall back. You know what? Let's put a wall here with a door just to control entry. This is the blast door in case this thing blows up. Get that built. Then we're going to do an auto sweeper, but we also want a conveyor meter. Build that out of steel because it could get hot here. So yeah, we're going to do the meter here. We'll do a conveyor loader over here. Doesn't need to be steel. We'll use lead maybe. What's the overheat temperature on this? 75. Oh, maybe we'll use steel, whatever. We got it. Some conveyor rails. Also going to use steel. And we're going to put this into a receptacle. Gold amalgam. Let's also use steel. Get all this built. There's no enriched uranium yet on the planet. It's in the rocket at the moment, so I think we'll be safe to open this. We'll also put a door here to lock them out. And this needs power, so let's grab some power here. Copper, whatever, should be okay. We'll let this liquid leak down, I guess. Let's just actually build some tiles right across here. Now these bunker tiles, they have radiation blocking 59%. And this thing apparently gives off radiation for a radius of 25 tiles, so it might leak all the way over here, which could be an issue. But let's set this thing to, we're going to limit this to 5 units. And then we're going to just put in little dribs and drabs of enriched uranium, because we don't want too much going into this thing. Because the plan is to only run it for... Put this on the reset. And we'll put this... Oh, the switch can be anywhere. Put the switch here. I think this will work. This also needs power. Let's get that on there. And once we're ready, we'll put that to enriched uranium. And I think we can safely hook up the water now. But first, I'm gonna put a few bridges along the way so we can better control the water going in. granite. Let's use obsidian. That's backwards. I mean, we'll want water to go all the time, but I want to be able to deconstruct these if I want to bring back the water. Because the water's going to freeze in here. That's the problem. I guess we'll rehook this up. And we'll let the water go in here. I think we're ready to fire this thing up pretty soon, actually. Okay, so we don't want any dupes in here. We're going to put a door here out of steel. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Cancel that. Yeah, they're going to build that, and then we're going to lock them out. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do something like this. Temp shift plate, ice. We're going to put some temp shift plates here before we fire this thing up. Just put in some extra ice. Now, boiling hot nuclear waste is going to fall out of this thing. It's going to hit all this cold ice and melt it. Hopefully not so quickly that this just all vaporizes. And once you get the reactor going, you can't easily turn it off. So, okay, this thing needs 500 grams. Interesting. Okay, we're going to set this to 1 unit. We're going to put in 1 kilogram at a time. Let's make sure this is good. Okay, that's probably good. So we're about to go here. Let them build this first. We got water in the reactor. We don't want this water line to freeze. Bad things will happen. We need an auto sweeper. Let's put that in. Steel, of course. This will load the uranium, enriched uranium in. That needs power as well. I'm gonna use steel wire here as well. It could get dramatically hot in here. Worst case, we deconstruct the reactor and before it melts down. Okay, that's ready to go. We got power. We can flick the switch to let more uranium in. Let's make sure the dupes don't go in here anymore. And let's put enriched uranium on this thing here. That's refined metal, I think. Or is it manufacturing? Enriched uranium, here we go, priority 9. They should load it into here. It should get fed in little dribs and drabs into the reactor. And you know what? Let's save our game. In case things really go really bad. Just in case. I don't usually scum save, but save's coming, scum saving. Okay, how's this water in the line? Is it freezing it? No, we're good, we're good. We don't want to run out of water, so that's what this tank. It's kind of like the backup tank. Worst case scenario, we'll grab some more water from these 5 tanks. But, see how this goes. Any enriched uranium in here yet? No, it has to come out of the rocket, which is maybe... Let's slow things down just in case. This is... Got the enriched uranium. We are gonna pop that out of there. Running out of power here on this rocket. Is this battery getting fed? Nope. I think my wire melted, so we're gonna bring this back. Out of steel this time. With a steel wire bridge. Let's make that priority 6. Okay, full speed ahead. We're gonna see if we can get this conveyor loader loaded. What can this thing hold? 1,000 kilograms. Allow manual use. That's what I was missing. Moment of truth. As long as some dupes deliver. Should be good. Anytime now? Maybe? Maybe not. Something isn't working. Maybe because it's grounded they can't get this stuff? Oh, I didn't pop it out. There we go. Now it's on the ground. That's uranium ore. Oh, wait. This is the enriched uranium. Now it's on the ground. Now they should be able to pick it up. I think that was the missing. Here they go. Here they go. They're all going to grab it. The moment of truth. Moment of truth. Okay, where are they taking it? Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. It has been loaded. Slow things down. And it's moved. 1 kilogram. 1,000 grams. Here we go. It's firing up. And it's still passing stuff across. It shouldn't be. It should have stopped. It should have stopped. Oh, it's because this is on. It should be off now. Okay, we just put way more in than we wanted, but it's okay. How much was in here? Here she goes. Awaiting delivery. Does it need some more? 168 kilograms. I think it only needs 10 kilograms to start up. It says it's waiting for more. We'll let a bit more in. 1 kilogram. There we go. Maybe. Whoa! Is it working? I think it let out its hot stuff. Pretty sure it's working. Oh yeah, nuclear waste at 206. Oh yeah, it's working. It's 100% working. Considering the ice melted in no time. Okay. Enriched uranium, 12 kilograms. I really only wanted 10 kilograms, but that's okay. It's getting used up. So the water gets hurt. There we go. It lets out a super hot blob of water. Oh man, these mesh tiles are made out of iron. But they are... I don't think they can get hot, actually. This piece got really hot. Okay, so that's kind of working. Let's speed it up and... keep a really close eye on it. It's working as expected. It's getting hot. Getting very hot. But we got all this ice to absorb the heat. We only have to last 5 cycles. And the enriched uranium will run out. Not sure exactly when. I think it uses 10 kilos per cycle? I want to make sure it doesn't run out of fuel. 11 kilograms, 10. I might have to load this with 50 kilograms. Okay, there's the hot nuclear waste. Yeah, it's getting warm. How long will it take to melt all this? What's the radiation like? Oh boy. Oh boy, that's pretty crazy. You know what? I think I'm gonna put some lead metal tiles here to try to block that radiation. That's priority 9. Okay, 9.8 kilograms. I think I'm gonna let some more in. We got steam already. The reactor's at 55 degrees. That's fine, that's fine. Everything is fine. Famous last words. Okay, we need enough fuel for 5 cycles. Let's get these lead tiles in. The radiation is quite dramatic here. Significant hazard. Yeah, it's bleeding through. Let's put some lead here as well. I wasn't doing this for the radiation. 5,000 rads, holy crap. Let's put some lead here as well. There. It is going to leak through this little door here. Let's remove the blast door and just maybe even seal it in. I'm going to remove the blast door and seal it in with lead. So I don't want that radiation just pouring out of there. Okay, how are we doing? Enriched uranium, 11 kilograms. It's melting. I didn't do any calculations in terms of how much heat would be released versus this. Oh crap. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Let's seal this in for now. Yep. Put a bit more fuel in. Here we got 20 kilograms. If she blows, she blows. It might blow up all this stuff actually. That would be really bad. It would shear through these tiles pretty fast. Okay, 27 degrees. I think we'll be okay. While that's going, let's get the rocket launched. We'll get our dupe on there. Change to crew. Change the destination. We are going to Florini. Okay, what is our range? 18 tiles. Yeah, we can get here and back. There goes our crew. Let's look inside. Take your suit off, potato. If we can find you. Suits off. And let's launch this rocket. And she's off. How's our radiation storage looking? Oh, not bad. I guess we could have captured this radiation. That would have been a smart thing to do. We still could. We could grab... Whoa, look at this extreme hazard. All the way up to here. Wow, we could collect right here. Significant hazard. You know what? We could do some collectors right here. Radiation, rad bolt generator, obsidian, and we'll just point these all to the left. They're already on the power line. Right or left, doesn't really matter. Probably send them to the left. Yeah, that's the reactor. 16 kilograms of fuel. Our cooling area is getting melted really fast. You know what I should have done? And we can still do this actually, maybe. We might have to pop in there for a second. Is drop a bunch of ice in there. We could go in the bottom actually real quick. We could safely go in the bottom. We're gonna go in the bottom and fill this with ice before the reactor melts down to that level. And then we'll seal it back up. We'll see how that goes. Dare we go full speed. Dare we go full speed. Gotta keep an eye on the training. Yeah, we don't want it to turn off. Let's go full speed. Okay, no dupes are coming to do this. Priority 9. Let's make sure all the suits are working correctly. Yeah, we got lots of suits. Got lots of suits. It's getting pretty warm in there. Okay, I'm gonna do something like this. We're gonna do some containers here. Granite, priority 9. We're gonna fill those with ice. Let's put bunker tile here. Actually, no, it's not gonna help anything. Here we go. I kind of had to remove these tiles anyway for everything to get down. Here we go. We're gonna put ice in these. Liquefiable ice priority 9. And get all the ice moved in there. And then we'll release it from all the containers so it's all on the ground. So when the hot water gets down here, hopefully it will do some good. Copy these settings. How much ice do we have actually? Ice. Doesn't have to be regular ice, it could be any ice. We've got 325 tons of ice. That's a lot of ice. How's the reactor doing? Fuel. Let's add a bit more fuel. Okay, that's probably good. We'll keep an eye on it. Don't want to add too much. 24 kilograms. I think all we'll need is 50 for 5 cycles. There is nuclear waste in here, and nuclear waste is a really good coolant, so we'll be able to use that for some good stuff. Here comes the ice. Lots of ice. You know what? Let's add some more. We got lots of it. Now this is gonna all melt and explode, and probably flood out of here. Let's do some utility shift plates out of ice as well. These settings. And then we're going to seal this thing up and hope for the best. Cross our fingers. That's a lot of dupes doing a lot of work in rapid fashion. Leveling up. Hot meeting cold. Fire and ice. Maybe that'll be the name of the episode. Fire and ice. Okay, we'll get some more ice in these containers. Dump it all on the ground. Oh yeah, how about up here? How are these guys doing? We gotta point these to the left. Left. Left is gonna be safer. Let's check our radiation here. Wow, so much of it. We could even take out one of the storage things. These are really making a lot of radiation. 60 per cycle. What about these ones? 62. Oh, it's about the same. The sweet spot is down here. 4,000 rads. Maybe we should go down here. The dupes will get fried doing this, but I'm tempted to jump in here. Maximum hazard. No, maybe not. Okay, the water's getting hot. They're still delivering ice. This is still solidified, so I think we're okay for a bit here. Reactor has 16 kilograms of fuel. Let's pause and check the achievement here. Colony summary. I think it's at the bottom. That's a rad. 3 cycles. Okay, we can shut her down pretty soon. We'll let a little bit more through. I think all we need is 20 kilograms to finish it up. Okay, 20.9. We'll let a little bit more through. Check those rads again. It's leaking through here a little bit. That's okay, the dupes aren't standing around there much. Okay, ice has been moved. That's probably good. That's probably good. Let's set this to nothing. Copy the settings, dump it all on the ground. Get them out of there. And priority 9, seal this hole. So this will be our cold shield against the unrelenting heat. I think we'll be fine, actually. check our rocket here. It is taking a while to get there. Okay. And we should probably get the other rocket going as well. Not sure what I want to do with it just yet. We could land 2 dupes on the ice planet in order to start building that out. That's an idea. Was it on my list? Rocket to Floody. That's done. 2 dupes to the ice planet. Yeah, that was on my list. Well, we're making hot water, at least. That's good. Nuclear waste. Lots of nuclear waste. Yeah, I really should have built a room in here. Oh, this would have been a really sweet spot. You know what? We can, once the reactor's off, we can fill this in with tiles and collect a whole bunch of rad bolts here and send them up into these storages, and then we can have like massive, a fleet of rad bolt rockets. I think that will be quite marvelous, actually. How much is left? 18 kilograms. Yeah, we're fine. You guys who are worried. I've done this before on an ice planet. Oh, there's a dupe in there. Oops. There's a dupe in there. Maybe you should get out of there, Liam. You're in the reactor room. Okay, we'll try to seal that back up. Yeah, it's much better to, you know, collect the heat from this thing instead of just riveting ice, but okay, 49. Okay, all dupes are out of there, that's good. This thing should self-shut down fairly soon. Let's check the achievement again. That's rad, 4 to 5 cycles. Yeah, we almost got it. And we only melted half our ice, and we have the backup ice. We could try building steam turbines for this thing. Alright, we got some room here. We could drop the hot stuff down to the bottom here and put some steam turbines along here. I just don't have much room to maneuver here. But we got a bit of room. We could make a column of steam turbines, maybe? But we definitely have to make a vacuum in here and fix it up a bit. Certainly getting our nuclear waste, though. Highly toxic contaminants. It turns to a solid at 26 degrees. Pretty weird freezing point. But it's nice and toasty in there right now. Okay, the other rocket. Got a Trailblazer module. We need 2 Trailblazers. Actually, this rocket I don't think can get to where we need to go. And back. Just no eenie. No, I don't think it's going to make it there and back. Unless we can add a second fuel tank, change the oxidizer. It might work. Let's add another Trailblazer. Does it need to be steel? Are they both steel? Yeah, okay. So yeah, we got to get to the other planet, land some dupes, build a landing pad, and then get them in the rocket. 2 Trailblazer and a fuel tank. Gonna have to remove some solar. Keeping a close eye on this thing. It's melting. It's melting. got 8 kilograms left. It's getting kind of warm in here now. There we go, we got it. We got it. That's rad, baby. We got it. One off the list. One off the list. Now we'll just let this thing spin down when it runs out of fuel. And when it spins down, we'll build some massive collection in here and maybe fire it back up. Because these guys are good, but they're no match for the power of this thing. Look at this. 4,000 rads. Jeez. 5,000 rads. That's enough to power a rocket each cycle. Rocket's in orbit. Okay, we're there. Let's go check that rocket. Nope, we gotta go to space for that. And we're gonna land our rover module right here. Sounds good. There she goes. Please don't crash, game. This has crashed for me before. Inspiring Uranus. How much range do you have left? We are gonna send you 2 of 11. I think we can go a little bit more. Oh, he's already scanning, but let's go to here so we can scan a little bit more. We'll scan this lower portion here. Oh, I think he was maybe had enough range. Anyway, we got to collect this artifact at the ruined rocket as well. A few of these other artifacts we got to collect. Let's check our other planets. I do want to clean up some of these planets. They're quite messy. What do we got on the pod here? Omelets. We got too much food here already, so let's not do that. Let's slow things down and take a look at what we're doing here. Delivering some food. We got some CO2 trapped here. Actually, that reminds me of something. The rock crusher dealie right here. This thing was getting pretty damn hot, so we're going to move that to a different place. We're going to set that up in a different place that's a little bit cooler. Maybe up here instead. Put the rock crusher up there. Refinement. Rock crusher. Cobalt should be fine. Put a light beside it. And we don't care about the power usage of that, so we'll just leave it on. Another reactor is still on. It's almost done. Should be cycling down soon. And we got some nuclear waste. That's good. That'll be a nice coolant, potentially. Okay, 248 grams. I think it just shut off. I think it's off now. Yep. And let's check the radiation. Okay, it's safe to go in here. Let's put a airlock here so we don't lose all our gas. We'll put a powered airlock. Do we have any power close by? Kind of. We'll use this power line. I think it's safe to use. Doesn't need to be steel. And then we'll build a room in here to collect all these juicy, delicious rad bolts. And these tiles are blocking some radiation. 32%. What's the most porous radiation tile that we could put on the top here. Plastic? Plastic? Melting temperature of plastic. Excellent radiation shield. Okay, we don't want an excellent radiation shield. We want a terrible radiation shield. What do regular tiles do? Granite does 56%. What does carpet do? Let's go check what carpet does. Because we got some carpet in the base here somewhere. Carpet, how is it for radiation blocking? 56%. What's a bad radiation? A window tile maybe. Excellent radiation shield. Come on. What is bad? Airflow? No, we don't want airflow. Insulated tile maybe? 60%. You know what? We'll just leave. You know what? We don't even need. What am I thinking of? We don't even need tiles here. Because we're gonna seal this in anyway. Okay. Gotta think about this for a second here. We don't want to go too crazy. But, let's see here. How many do we want? Obsidian. Let's do... These things use a lot of power. We'll do 8. That could be kind of crazy. We want to be able to turn them on and off, so I'm going to put some automation wire here. Sure, out of steel. I want to be able to toggle those. So we'll put this here. Does the switch have an overheat temperature? I'm not really sure. Okay, and then we need heavy wire out there. We're going to get out there in a sec here. Let's go through this hole. And we're going to put some background tiles in there. Dig this tile out. Put some drywall in there. I think granite should be fine. Just make a little room here. We'll leave room to grow the wall here. Put a ceiling on there. I could get very hot in here. Could get very hot. I think these things give off quite a bit of heat. We need a tile for the energy stuff. The joint plate. Right here. Copper, maybe not copper, it could get hot. Let's use... Once we finish saving... Heavy watt, conductive joint plate out of gold, sure. Maybe iron. Okay, then we can take this tile. And we need some heavy watt wire here. We'll use, I think cobalt ore is fine. That. Yeah, hopefully they don't jump in the ceiling and get stuck. We definitely heated up some water. Where'd the nuclear waste go? Where did it go? Did it turn into a solid? Solid nuclear waste. Oh, there it is. Okay, that probably didn't need to be priority 9. Let's scale that back. There's more critical things to do than this. Oh, I forgot to check my robot. He's probably been sitting idle the whole time. Wasting away, wasting his battery. Where is he? He's right here. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Should have given him some orders. Okay, so we're gonna just go right down through the center here. Sandstone. The center's good. Or maybe over here. Let's go over here. Down into the depths. That way we can chew this out as well. Now if we dig this tile, we'll lose a bit. It'll fall. So probably just gonna strip mine this thing. Yeah, so we need a very, very long ladder all the way to the bottom. And we gotta get some building materials ready for some dupes when they finally come. We definitely have no shortage of water. So this is oxygen. We can use that for oxygen. I think what I'll probably do is seal a basin here somewhere and electrolyze it, and that'll be oxygen ready. Or oxygen for the dupes. There's some metal over here as well. But let's make sure when he runs out of materials, he'll should come back and get some more. Yeah, there he goes. But that'll probably keep him busy for a while. Okay, how are we doing here? Stuff's still melting and cooling. Okay, are these all hooked up? Are they using, oh, they're all using power. Yikes, let's turn them off for now. Now, we need, reflectors. We're gonna shoot them all. Okay, where can we, set them in? Instead of a collector here, or here, let's use a reflector. We'll shoot it through the thing here. Okay, so we need a joint plate right here. I guess we gotta remove this tile real quick. So shoot them all to the right. Can we copy the settings? Yep. Shoot them all to the right, and then we'll reflect them. Grab that reflector right here. Oops, up one. Up like this. You know what? I don't think I have room. Don't think I have room. I can do this, and then joint plate here. Like this. Obstructed by back wall. Oh, this isn't the way. Really? Okay. Try that again. Joint plate here. So this will go to the right. This will fire up here. And we need to, let's remove this collector. And then we'll put another thing here. Joint plate. Right here. And then a reflector right here. That should do it. That'll be a lot of rads. This will work out perfectly actually, because we can just let little dribs and drabs of uranium in, collect the rads in bulk, store them, and then we'll have some more rad bolt rockets up here. It's kind of messy, but I think it'll work. Okay, so this is going to go to the left, Fill up those batteries. Should we fire it up and see? Things have cooled down here quite a bit. Let's let some in. Get that thing going. Rads. Lots of rads. Let's turn these on real quick. There we go. That's a lot of rads. Let's make sure it's all hooked up right. That's gonna go there, that way, that way, that way, that way, yeah. Look at that. Holy crap. That's a lot of rads, Batman. We could even stack some sideways and push it in here. Holy crap, that's a lot of rads. It's radtastic. Uh-oh. These are shooting to the right. We actually want these to go... Okay, why are these shooting? They should be going in the storage. Oh, these are enabled. We gotta turn these off. Is that what I want? Is that what I want? Yeah. That should be off at the moment, so we can store them. Let's make sure we got that hooked up right. Yep, same as the other one. Okay, perfect. Now they'll store. There they go. There they go. Delicious. Wow, it's gonna take like no time to build. That's some bulk rads, baby. Bulk rads. Okay, we'll let a little bit more in. Keep this puppy going. 5 kilos, it's like half a cycle. I'm dripping lots of hot stuff down. We'll have to remember to turn this off. But we have a lot of rads now. Okay, let's check on, let's slow things down while that's going. Is our robot out of stuff to do already? Let's keep going with a... Wow, he did really... He just blasted through that. Can he dig this? Yep. Down we go, to the bottom. He's really fast. He's been working hard. Look at him go. Actually, he's not that fast. He's not that fast. Let's dig out... he needs to be able to get back up there. But I do want to get some more materials for him here. Let's put some tiles here. How do we want to do this? We'll put a row here. This will be sandstone. That's going to use up some of our materials. That's okay though. That'll be the top of the base eventually. And then we'll dig out. We'll just strip mine this out. There he goes to the bottom. What do we got in here? Salt water geyser. Do we need more water on this planet? I wonder. I wonder. Jeez. Okay. Let's make... That's a 9 already. Perfect. Okay. Let's go back to the main colony here. Actually, let's check out our rocket here. I think he's done scanning. Area complete. Maybe we should send this rocket home. Yeah, let's go back home. 7 tiles. We could go one more this way. Range remaining, you know, let's just go home. We can always come back with another robot. Batteries are depleted. Not surprising with all these things because they eat a lot of power. 480 watts each. Is this thing off now? Yes. Okay, let's add a little bit more here real quick. collect a bit more and then we'll shut her all down, because we don't have the power to sustain this. The rad bank is almost completely full anyway, so we got 5,000 rad stored up. We'll be able to recharge that rocket almost instantly. Holy crap, I hit the 1 hour mark already. How did that happen? Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm just watching this thing. I'm gonna turn everything off once this runs out of fuel. Should be pretty soon here. Let's quickly check our other planets. I didn't get anything off the printer the whole episode, I don't think. That's okay. Everyone looks happy here. Some petroleum getting into our oil supply, but that's not a big issue just yet. Radini, I didn't really look at Radini. We're gonna run out of water here at some point. This is our oxygen supply. Cooling, it's getting a bit too cool, but that's okay. I want to slaughter this crab. I hate crabs now. Goodbye. How are we doing down here? Bees are doing their thing. Okay, I'm not really sure what I want to do with this planet. I sealed this off. We're gonna have to desalinate this for long-term. We'll desalinate up here and send that fresh water to the oxygen supply, so this can be sustainable forever. Food is a little bit low here, so I think we'll take the omelets here. Snowini, we're not there yet. We'll get there eventually. Fladini, Fladato. The robot's doing his thing. Okay. Well, we got one thing done this episode. Reactor's off, so let's turn these rad bolt collectors off. I don't know if it looks like we lose our rads from doing that. 19, yeah, we lose it. That's okay. We collected, oh, quite a bit. Quite a bit. Perfect. I like it. Let's check the suits here. It's mostly working. I haven't looked at the base in a long time. Oxygen's fine. Food is exploding off the charts. Don't need this much food. We should probably turn off the mushrooms for now and let the food go down a bit. We got our emergency food here in case they get stuck. We could lower that one tile to get it to be in CO2. We could do this. Go, dupes, go. It's fun watching them. Okay, we'll move our fridge down one here so it can sit in a little, tiny little... You know, maybe we'll put it 2 down? Yeah, we'll stick it down in here in the little hole. Unreachable. How's everything else going here? These guys seem to be... we're not feeding them. Let's feed them sucrose. Or sulfur. Maybe sulfur. Since we have renewable sulfur. That's why they've been dying off, because I wasn't feeding them. A terrible master. Yeah, they're starving to death. So now we'll start feeding them. Our slicksters, I need to fix the slickster farm down here. It's a complete disaster. Actually, we're going to stop scrubbing the CO2. Disable, disable. I'm going to quickly put that on a switch. So we don't have to have dupes do it. That way the CO2 should fall down here. We need to make a bigger room for them. I just had this volcano in the way before. We can lower it down a little bit, expand it. Lower it. Oh, look at this. What does that say? Subscribe. Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll make a better room for them next time. It's nice and warm in there for them. I'm already heating it up with the oil. We just need to have a sealed room with a liquid lock, and we'll pump the CO2 in here with high pressure. It's getting pretty toasty here, actually. 16 degrees. Since some of these areas are starting to warm up... Oh, it's really hot here. Oh, actually not too bad. 39, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. That's all insulated except for this one tile. Leaking heat. But we will continue on next time. I should open this up. Let that CO2 fall down. We should strip mine all this out. But we'll wrap it up there. At least we got some massive Radbolt stuff going on. And we got to a new planet. I'm pretty happy about that. The robot is doing his... How much charge does he have? A little less than half. Oh, keep going down here. Keep him busy. Oh, we got some free oxygen here. Mmm. Tasty. Tasty, tasty. But I gotta stop. Gotta stop. It's hard to stop playing. Okay, we'll wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, hit that like button. Helps people discover the video. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.